as the name is this filter, I have
mm,
passed this filter in data source. You see, I have passed this filter, and I have taken one variable as value, and with
mm,
the help of this text filter, I am doing the query here.
mm,
Correct? And this is how it is taking the data from text, and on the
mhm.
basis of that, the pick list value got changed.
Okay, okay, makes sense.
Okay. So this is about the lookup properties. And if we go to inputs, we have covered all the input part.
Except the
Okay.
URL, right?
Sorry.
I'm not sure we cover URL.
URL is just a simple input that
It's
is
just a simple.
yeah,
Okay.
that is just take input as URL format only. Like I shown you the number, right? If you don't give the
Mm,
number, it will not take. Email I shown you. So it
mm.
is similar to that. If you don't give the URL, then it will not take like
Okay,
this.
okay, okay.
Okay. So these all inputs we have covered, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So okay, so we can take a 10 minutes break. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then we can start like then you can, I think, also start building one of these things. Like you can try one of the lookup, because this is the most I think difficult till now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can start one of the lookup, and then we will see. Okay, let's take a break first, and then we will start this. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm setting a 10-minute timer. Yes, so we will meet after 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, coffee. Hi.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we have covered mostly all the inputs that we can do without data raptors. Okay.
Mm.
Uh, yeah. So you wanna try this lookup?
My elements also not working. I don't know
Mhm.
why.
Okay. Okay. It's still behaving the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So any doubt in the lookup or in any element that I have shown in this
No,
whole
no,
Omniscript?
no doubt.
Okay. So we have covered all the elements that we can do without data raptors. So currently, this is the main Omniscript without data raptors, but Omniscript consists of mainly steps, data raptors, integration procedures, and flex cards. Okay. So these are the four components that Omniscript consists of. Currently, we have given the Omniscript basic inputs.
Mm.
Now, let's go to the flex card. So what we will do, we will cover the flex card.
Mm-hmm.
Then we will go to the data raptors. So after getting the basics of data raptors, we will include Omniscript with data raptors.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll do flex card with data raptors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and similar thing with integration procedures. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this is about the Omniscript part. Now let's go to flex card. So let's start the flex cards. If I remove all these things. Okay. So what is flex card? Flex card basically used to show the data to the user in various formats. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
if you see difference between Omniscript and flex card, Omniscript basically used to get the data from the user in the form of
Mm-hmm.
inputs, in the form of operations, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in flex card, that is mostly useful for showing the data.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Similar to this Omniscript, we have this flex card screen. We have these many flex card that come up with a training org.
Mm-hmm.
This I told you, this is refresh. This we can filter new flex card and import. We can also do the deployment part, as I said to you for Omniscript, right? We can export any flex card from here, and we can go to any other org. We can import there. It will got deployed.
Mm.
Okay. So let's create the new flex card. So this is how the new flex card model look like. We can give the name as flex card 1. Title, it automatically came with the same as name. Theme, we are working on lightning mostly, so it will be lightning. Is child card. This is the checkbox that you need to use. Suppose you want to use the flex card inside another flex card. So you
Mm-hmm.
can make is true. So now this flex card will be visible to use for child card. But if you make it false, now this will behave as parent flex card. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, I'm not marking it as child card. Let's go to next. These are the source type that FlexCard provides. Okay, I told you FlexCard is used to show the data. So
Mm-hmm.
for showing the data, we need to get the source type, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can use this type of source type to get the data from the org, and we can show via FlexCard. The
Mm-hmm.
mostly we use the SOQL query we can do. Also this data raptor part and the
Mm-hmm.
integration procedure.
Mm-hmm.
So these three things we will be using mostly. But for
Mm-hmm.
now, I am just creating with none. This
Mm-hmm.
we can add after creating flex card as well. Okay, so there is no worry that we need to do here only.
Mm-hmm.
We can go with none as of now. Let's go to save. So my flex card got created. Now there is one more thing. If you open your open this flex card screen in your system, can you open?
Mm-hmm.
You will saw one warning symbol here.
Yeah, I saw the morning. Yeah.
Yeah. So
How about you? Air or something.
Correct. So to solve that warning, we need to add that URL in our remote site setting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you click on the warning, you will get the two URLs. Can
Mm-hmm.
you do that? Click on the warnings.
Uh-huh, I've done that. Yeah.
Yeah. So there will be two URL, right?
Yeah.
So those two URL, what you need to do? Let's proceed with me. Go to remote site setting. After setup, in quick find, type remote site. You will see the remote site settings.
Yeah. I'm here on one side settings.
Okay, add new remote site.
Okay.
Okay, you can give name as FlexCard1,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to paste that URL. One URL paste here in
Mm-hmm.
remote site URL and save this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one URL got saved.
Mm-hmm.
Now there is one more URL. Do the same thing and give name as FlexCard2 something
Mm-hmm.
and paste the another URL and save that also.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Done.
Done. Okay, now if you come to FlexCard screen again,
Mm-hmm.
refresh this, the warning will go away.
Yeah. Yeah. It's done.
Okay, yeah. So this is first step that we need to add the remote site setting for flex cards. Now I have created this flex card. So this is how the flex card builder page looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you see here we have these many things that we have done in while creating the flex card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is child card currently we don't have. We can give in you saw when we were creating the flex card. We have the same thing in Omniscript preview. We can
Mm-hmm.
preview the flex card from here. We can create a new version for FlexCard as well, similar to Omniscript. Okay. We can clone this FlexCard. Suppose I want to clone this particular FlexCard and name some other FlexCard. We can do that as well. Okay. This is for activation. Similar to Omniscript, we need to activate the FlexCard before using it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is one help guide for the FlexCard. And if you see this drop down, same things. We have export, we have publish option, and we have add custom css.
Mm-hmm.
So first export is what I have told you. If we
Mm-hmm.
need this flex card in another org, you can use export.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is publish option. So if you click here, so currently this flex card it's showing is not activated, that's why it's not coming. So we use this publish option
Mm-hmm.
to use this flex card on our portal.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, the flex card will not come in the custom as Omniscript comes. I told you, right? For Omniscript, what we can do, we go to a particular community page, we can
Mm-hmm.
drag that Omniscript from here to the page, okay? But
Mm-hmm.
flex card will not be visible in that. To make it visible, you need to give the publish option to that flex card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we will see this. Then we can also add the custom CSS in the flex card. So for that, we can use this add custom CSS. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is the basic things of FlexCard. So now come to this screen. This is how this FlexCard looks like. And you see here we have these many elements that FlexCard provides. Okay. This fields I will show you. Currently there is no field. This field we will be getting when we were getting the data from some source. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So then that field will come. Currently there is no data source. That's why there is no field available.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go to displays elements. First is action. So if I drop this here, you see this behave as a button or an action that you want to perform. Okay.
mm,
So let's see how many functionalities it provide. If you go to, this is a name for that action, you can change this.
mm,
Action type, currently it is navigate. You can see we have these many action type here.
mhm,
Okay. We can have the card as action, we can see the data, and for every action we will see this particular layout got changed. Okay. So for card we have these many things.
mm,
Okay. For data, if you see, we got the data source type.
mm,
Okay. For event, we need to pass the event, custom event or pub sub event. Okay, we will see all these things. Flyout, suppose I want to get the model screen, so I can use the flyout.
mhm.
And on the flyout I can use card and Omniscript as well, custom LWC as well.
Sorry, what
Okay.
is a flyer? What is a flyer type?
Flyout, basically, if I say, the pop up, the model window. Okay, let me just give you the basic example.
Mm,
Currently, just take this as flex card. When I
mhm,
click on this new, I got
mm.
this screen. Okay, this is
Ah,
flyout.
okay, okay, okay.
Okay,
Right.
so this is how you can do that particular thing with the help of flyout. Okay, in flyout, so you see this, when we click on new, we are getting this. This is nothing all but the Omniscript only. So this is the first step. You
Mm,
do all this operation, you click on next, it will go to second step, correct?
mm, mm.
So this is the flyout of Omniscript.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So you see we have the flyout type option. You can search Omniscript here and you can give that Omniscript name that you want to fly out. Okay.
Mm,
So this particular thing also, we have the layout type. This will allow you to how you want to see. Mostly we use lightning only. Okay. And this is the important thing. How you want to see that flyout. If it is pop over, then it will coming like the pop-up point. The
mhm,
most, this thing is a model flyout.
mm,
Okay,
mm,
so we use mostly this only, you see model. Okay, so this we will be getting and we will be looking into all these functionalities. Now the other thing is navigate.
mm,
Suppose on the clicking of this button, I want to navigate to particular URL. So we
mm,
can just target the web page and we
mm,
can give any URL here. It will take you there. Okay.
mhm,
We can give the target as well. You want to open in current window or new
mm,
window.
mm,
Okay, you can do from here as well.
mhm,
Okay, next thing after navigate, we have the Omniscript. Suppose you want to run the Omniscript on clicking of this, then you can
mm,
give the Omniscript name directly.
mm,
Okay, there is one more update Omniscript.
mm,
Okay, suppose you want to give that particular data to Omniscript, and on the basis of that, you want to update the Omniscript, then
mm,
it will be working like this. Okay,
mm,
so this is how some of the action type that this action element provide. Okay, now see, if I want to see this as button, the mostly we how we build this, we can make this, this, we can make the size change, right,
mm, mhm, mhm,
according to what we need. So
mm,
you see currently we have the these options.
mm,
If I want to display it as button, I can click
mm,
this. Now it will display as button, and we got the variant for different button. Okay,
mm,
so let's see these how it will look. So currently it's neutral, but if you go to brand, you see how it got changed.
mm,
Okay, we got the button. Now if I just want to show the icon only, we can show the icon only. Okay, I want to hide the icon, we
mm,
can hide the icon. This is how we use it mostly. Okay, this
mm,
is now in good form. We can change this label as well. How? This is the label. Okay, suppose I want to write anything, run, it got changed. Okay, and we can perform any. So this is how we use to create the button in the Omni Studio in Flex
Ca-
cards. Okay.
Can you put like an icon ICO,
Haha.
like a picture inside?
So you are saying, can we change the icon?
Yeah, can we put a picture instead?
We can't put a picture, but Velocity provides its own icon list. So you see, we have this icon field, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you drop it here, we have account. This is the Salesforce SVG or custom. Okay, we can
Mm-hmm.
change this icon from here. If you go to Salesforce, you will see n number of icons here. See,
Yeah.
these many
Okay.
icons you can
Mm-hmm.
use.
Okay.
Okay, so there is icon for everything that you need in any project.
Okay.
Okay, so for that you need to use the icon properties
Mm-hmm.
here. So this is how it will looks like. This also perform a same operation. Okay, suppose you want to get in any other format, then you can use this success, it will turn to green like this, you can do. Okay, this is the size. You want to change the size of particular, you can make it small or large, whatever is needed according to demand. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
we will come to all these things, but yeah, let's go to
Okay.
build. Okay, so I have shown you the action part.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see the basics of block. If I drop the block here, so what block used for? Similar to the Omniscript, we are having the block there also, right?
Mm-hmm.
We what we can do, we can insert another element inside this block. Okay, suppose I want to get these two elements inside the block and I want to make it collapsible. So how it will look like? The arrow will be there,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and you will click on the arrow, it will open. You will not click, it will not open. Like this, it will run. Okay. So if I make it collapsed by default, it will be like this. Okay, you can change the name, see actions. Okay, so it will look like this. If I preview this, flex card we use very in very rare occasions because it is just used to show the data. So whenever you want to see the data in particular format, then you can use flex card. Okay, you can this is how it is looking. See actions, you see we have these too many actions that is inside this. Okay, so you can pass the test parameters. So suppose you are fetching, you are using a data raptor, okay, and you want to pass the test parameter in that. So we will do that also, but you can do that here with the value and key. Okay, so when we will use the data raptor, I will show you this. Next, let's go to chart. So suppose you want to get the data in a particular chart format, then you can use this. Okay, when we get the data, then according to that data, we can modify this particular chart. Okay, so we have this is the title. So we have these many type of charts that you can use. We can use the line, we can use donuts. Okay, so like these type of things we can do that Omniscript provides. We can use the pie as well. Okay, so this is so I told you FlexCard is basically about the showing the data in different formats, right? So these many option is provides. Next is custom LWC. Suppose we you have built a particular LWC and you want to use that inside a FlexCard, you can just drop this and you need to give the LWC name here. Okay, and it will start using that particular LWC here. Okay. Now there is a another thing that is data table. So let's drop this. This is very important thing. How like it will show the data in kind of Excel sheet, and you can do various operation on that data like searching of data, deletion of the data. Like this, you can do the action, do all those actions. So let's see. If I show you the attribute, you see is searchable. If you make it is searchable, it will be like you can search on the basis of text. Is sortable. So there are various operations that this provide. So you can explore all this with the help of this I button. So when you hover on this, you will see all the information about this, how it is doing. Okay, and you can perform the operations. Next thing, field. Okay, so this is what we use mostly. So let's just create. Yeah, one more thing is in the flex card we have different states. So you saw in Omniscript we were having steps, right?
Mm-hmm.
One step after that, one step after that, one step. This flex card is just a one screen. Okay, we
Mm-hmm.
don't have that step kind of thing here. But if you want to have a different flex card on the basis of some condition, then you can create one more state. How?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. So this is the clone state. You can give the name and you can give the condition. If you save this, you see we got the another state inside the same flex card. Okay, you can give the condition to this and it will work according to that condition. So if I remove all of this because I want to show the fields first. Yeah, so let's come to field. This is what we use mostly, and this is useful for showing the data that we are getting from a data raptor or something in the text format.
Mm-hmm.
There are different type of. So you see we have a field type as date, number, text, currency, date, time. Whatever is the type we want to show the data, we can use that particular field type.
These are just read only, isn't it?
Sorry.
They're read only feeds, isn't it? Most of the time it will be read only.
Yeah, it will be just a simple text that we are showing. Okay, so you see we have this output option here. This
Mm-hmm.
you will get the data whenever you will use the data source. So for example, I will just show you one thing. If I go to setup in the flexcard, this is how setup looks like for flexcard. We don't use mostly things here, but the main thing is this. I told you, right, data source we can change after creating the flexcard also. So you see we have all the data source here that viewer saw when we creating the flexcard. So there is one custom in which I can pass the data by myself. Okay, so I can just pass in the dummy data. Let's suppose I'm giving the name as Manthan. Okay, so this is what I'm passing the JSON, and let's make it back there. Fine. Okay, and I'm clicking on. We need to click on save and fetch to save that particular source type. So this is how it will show the test result. So this data cannot be displayed on table. If you see the JSON part, then you see this is the JSON of the data. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sending this. Now, if I want to use this data in the flex card, you see we were having this particular field type, right? Now, if you click on the output, you see we got the name by myself.
Mm-hmm.
When you click on the name got added here. You see Manthan.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how you can show the data. So all the data that is coming from any source, you can use that data and you can show the data in various formats in the flex card. This is how field works. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to different thing now. Field we have covered. Flex card. This I told you if we want to use the flex card inside the flex card, then you need
Mm-hmm.
to drop this. Okay. Now you need to give the flex card name. Currently there are three flex card that has that child flex card on. If I use this, so you see this whole flex card come inside this flex card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we can pass the data as well inside this with the help of data node. We will show this, but this is how this we can use the child flex card inside the parent flex card.
In what
Hmm.
real life scenario do you have to use child and parents flex card?
Yeah, so for example, we need to show the table. So suppose we have the name and we have the date of birth and we have the what we can say address. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so what I will do, I will just give let me just give an. So what I will do, I will change this as, where is it label, name. Okay, suppose there is three fields here. Okay, suppose let's take this is some other field, this is some other field. Okay, currently I have the one data only, Manthan, and so I am using this simple. What if there is more than one record? Suppose I am getting 5 records of account and I need to show them in tabular form.
mm,
So the heading will be name, date of birth,
mhm,
address. Okay.
mm,
But
mhm,
we need to show the data as well. But if we use the fields only, what it will
mm,
do, it will show the one data only, right?
mm,
So for showing all the data, we can use the flex card as child flex card. Inside that, we can drop this particular field and we can pass the data. What it will do, it will repeat itself. So we have one option here, you see. Just a second. Repeat options. Okay.
mm,
So we have this repeat option. So one record will be like, suppose there is one record Joe, date of birth, address.
mm,
Then the second record is Charlie, date of birth, address. So this
mm,
flex card will repeat itself, and we will
mm.
get the whole information in the form of table.
Okay.
Okay, this is what we use mostly as child
Mm,
flex card.
okay.
Okay, so this is about that.
Like I contact or opportunity project, something like that.
Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so yeah, flex card we have covered. Then we have the icon. I showed you icon in this where I show, yeah, in this. So this was the icon. Okay, we have the type here, and we can use different icon from here. Suppose I want to use this, I will just click on save. It got here. Okay, we
What is
can,
the difference between the icon and the action?
yeah, different between icon and the action is, you
Mm,
see the icon, you can select the icon.
mm-hmm,
We have different options here to select different icons. Okay, but in action there is no option to select the icon. You can search with the hair, but it provides this action type as well. So there are these many action type that action provide, right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I showed you everything that we
mm-hmm,
can use a navigate, we can use fly out with the help of actions. Okay,
mm-hmm.
but if you see this icon only, then to use it as action, we need to add an action here. So when you
Okay.
click on that action, it
Mm,
will take you to that action screen where you will see all the action type,
mm,
and you can use any action here. Okay,
okay.
so this is what is different. If you just want to use a simple action, then you can directly go with this action. But
Mm,
if you want to see the icon first, then there is an action, then you can use this icon
okay.
element.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how it looks. Then we have this image element. I think we can use it to show the image. I have never used it, but let's see. If I upload this, okay, yeah. So suppose you want to show a image, then you can use the image properties.
Mm,
Okay, you can just upload image, or you can search from content document. Okay, so you can change the size as well from here
mm,
according to the requirements. You can
mm,
set the height and width, and you can give the extra classes as well. Okay,
mm,
this is how the image property looks like. Then we have the menu element. So let's close this and open this. This is the menu element we see. So you see here, we can change the label. Okay, we can set the icon here as well. In the drop down, it is just to show the data in a particular menu format, like you see.
mm,
If you want to see this particular icon in left, right, or bottom, so it's left. Okay, now this drop down position, drop down size, just a second. Variant I will change to neutral. Okay, so currently we are not having any data, that's why it is sticking to here. But when we get the data, it will we can change that particular drop down position to left, right, and bottom.
mhm,
Okay, so this is about the menu properties. As the flex card is not a big topic like Omniscript, we
mm,
just use this to show the data. And I told you we use mostly this field property
Mm-hmm.
and the action element.
Mm.
Okay, so these are two things that we use inside the flex card. Let's go to other thing, that is state. So if yeah, so this is, I told you we can clone this and we can add the
Mhm.
new state as well for the flex card.
Mm.
So you can give this particular thing. For example, if I select this blank card state, we can give the name blank state. Okay, what it will do, we have this data source, right?
Mhm.
What if the data is not coming from the data source, so that the data is coming as blank, then
Mm.
this blank state will run.
Mhm.
Otherwise, if the data is coming, then these states will run. Okay, so this is the difference between blank state and active state. Okay, if we make a particular state to blank, then it will run when there is no data coming from the data source. Okay,
Why do you want to make it first a blank? Why do you
yeah,
want to make it blank?
yeah, sure. For example, I shown you an example. I told you an
Mm.
example, right? Suppose I want to get the details of particular accounts in tabular
Mm.
format, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So, for example, when there is no data, I want to show that no data found.
Mhm.
Okay, so for that, what I will do, I will use this blank state and I will write this inside this no data found. Then what will happen? If there is no data, this state will run and it will show no data found. And
Mm.
when there is a data, then this state will run and it will show the data.
Mm. So where are you going to specify the condition?
I told you this blank state itself takes it as if there is no data coming from the
So
data source.
automatically it just does it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so you don't need to specify show blank state if there is no. You don't need to
Yeah,
specify it and if
yeah. We
okay.
don't need to specify, if the
Mm.
blank state will run only when there is no data coming from the
No, there's no
source.
data coming. Yes, yes, okay, makes sense.
Okay, so this is how we can use the blank data. Uh, Next thing is text. Yeah. So for example, I want to show no data found, right? I can just write here no data found. Okay, and it will be visible here. We can change, give the styling as well to this. There are various stylings that we can do. This is whole rich text editor that we can change here. Okay, we can change the
So
format.
you
Hmm.
put this test under the blank state, right?
Sorry.
You put the test under the blank state. So
No, no,
how
we
would
can. Mhm.
how would the blank state know which text to display?
Which text to display means, like,
Mm.
if I am putting this text, then it will, when the blank state will run, it will just show this text,
Oh,
right?
okay, sorry. It's already inside the blank state. Okay, okay. I
Yes,
thought it was
yes,
outside.
yes,
Okay,
yes, yes. It's inside the blank state. Okay.
okay. Mm,
So we can drop this text anywhere we want. If we want to
mm,
show any particular data or any particular
mm.
information to use user, then we can use the text. Okay.
So how many states can you have? Because I see you have two active states. Is that
Yeah.
normal?
We can add any state we want. So we can create one more state. There will be three state now. Okay, but for that we need to use the conditions, right?
Mm,
Suppose in this I have different actions, in this I have
mm,
different elements. For
mm,
some condition I want to show this state, for some condition I
mm,
want to show this state, then we can add the condition from here. Okay,
okay,
according to that, that state will run and we will show the data.
okay, okay, okay.
Okay, so if I preview this, Okay, so you see we are getting this C action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this was the first state that we were using. Okay, so you see we have this particular option in this state, so we are
Mm-hmm.
seeing this particular state.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if there is more than one state active and there is no condition, then it will automatically take the first
The
state.
first one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so it works like that. And I shown you by passing the data that we
Mm-hmm.
can use this particular data in any other field. One
Mm-hmm.
more thing is, suppose I want to what I want to see the data from data source inside the text block. Then how I will use this? We need to have the curly braces and we need to pass it like this. In Omniscript, how we get it by percentage sign, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in this flex card, we need to use the curly braces
Mm-hmm.
to get the data. You see, I'm using name here and I am getting the month as the value.
Mm-hmm.
So if there is any other value as well, let's for example, okay, give another data as type as developer. So if firstly, if I change anything in custom JSON, I need to click save and fetch to get it saved. Okay, so now we have this particular JSON. If I make okay, let's go to that. So currently we are having this. So let's change this a little bit. So developer name is name and type is I have given type. So you see, if I passing the text in simple, then it will take as text only. But if I need to access the data, then we need to pass in curly braces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for name, I'm getting Manthan, and for type, I'm getting the developer. Okay. So this is how we access the data inside the Flex cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and you see, we have this field option. So in the field, you will see all the data that you are coming from the
The
source,
difference.
right? So you will see all. Also, in the starting, I showed you this one field option, right? So
Mm-hmm.
earlier it was empty. Now you see we are having these two things.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever the data that we will pass from source, you will see in the fields option. You can drag this particular thing here, and you will see this field. Okay. So this is how the fields will come, and these are the display options. I give you the basic idea of all these display. And in this new release of FlexCard, we got the inputs as well in FlexCard. Okay. So if you
Really?
see, sorry.
Really? They put input. Why did they put input?
Yeah, this is very strange, but in the new release, they inserted the inputs in the FlexCard as well. So earlier, FlexCard was just for showing the data, but now what Salesforce is trying, that user can input as well in the FlexCard. So
Mm,
this is not stable yet because
mm,
this is currently in progress as well. So we are not allowed to use the inputs as of now. Like
mm,
what I know, we should not use the inputs in FlexCard because it's not stable. Also, suppose if I drag any input here, let's suppose if I drag type text only. Where is the text? Yeah. Let's suppose I want to use the text here. Okay.
mm,
So what it will do, you can input here, but with the input you need to bind the field. So for example, currently I'm getting the name and type because I'm passing the source, right? So
mm,
it's not behaving as it should be. That's why we are not allowed to use the input in FlexCard as of now. Okay. Also, there is one more function that they said they will provide in future release. Suppose you see the in JavaScript we have on change, right?
mm.
So suppose user wants to type here, and on the type only we want to perform certain operation. Okay,
Mhm.
so we can add action here,
Mm,
and it will take you to the action properties. So this will behave as on change. So
mm,
whenever the user is typing, this will calling again and again this action. So uh, it they are like trying to make it stable. And yeah,
mm,
I think in next release this will also be included in the flex card. So
mm,
there are, I think, all type of inputs that they have given: checkbox, currency, data, date time, email. So what all we were having in Omniscript, they have included here as well. But yeah, I think we just need to use the display, because for input we are already having the Omniscript, right?
So I'm just thinking, why did they need to put the input value in FlexCard as well?
Yeah, that's what like the thing is. So yeah, but I think they are trying to make it bigger as well, because flex card people don't use mostly, because they
Mm,
do all the operation in Omniscript.
mm,
So currently they are, I think, trying some different thing as well. They are inserting this flex card, this input in the flex cards only, so that user can also use this flex cards, okay, for input purposes. But
okay.
yeah, and also like velocity is like enhancing day by day.
Mm,
So there are various updates that keep coming on.
mm,
So currently I have heard that they have completely changed that velocity data model, and
mm,
it will come in the next release. So yeah, there are certain operation that we can perform with the help of the inputs in FlexCard. But
mm,
for now we are just focusing on the display and
mm.
fields. Okay, so
Okay.
this is about the basic part for FlexCard. We will go into deep dive of FlexCard in all these elements.
Mm.
Okay, in next session maybe. So, any doubt in FlexCard on the basic part?
So I think FlexCard is really what they use to display products, mostly
Yeah,
like if you want to
yeah,
display
correct.
product.
Display the information. Yes. Okay. One more thing I can show you. Suppose I want to use this FlexCard inside my Omniscript. Okay.
Mm,
What I will do, I will activate this. So, what we generally do in projects, suppose there is any particular flow, right? And between that flow, I want to get that table,
mm,
right? I told you in FlexCard we can create that table. Suppose I want to see the 5 records from account.
mm, mm,
So for seeing that in our flow, we can insert the FlexCard inside the Omniscript. So I
mm.
will just show you. Let it activate. And activation takes time for Omniscript and FlexCard.
Mm.
So it is creating whole things in backend. That's why. So now it's activate. If I done, let's go to Omniscript. Suppose this is one of the Omniscript. Let's
Mm.
refresh this. Okay, so this is Omniscript. Now to use this FlexCard, what I will do, there is one lightning element in the inputs, custom
Mhm,
lightning web component. Okay, so
mhm,
FlexCard is nothing but a LWC only.
mhm,
If I drop it here, so sometimes it happens, it is not visible here, like for some
mm,
time, right? So for that, what need to do? We need to go to this navigation tab,
mhm,
and from here we can just make it activate and activate again. So Velocity has some bugs for now, because they are
mm,
continuously making improvement in it. So you will see some issues like this when you work on projects. So suppose I want to use the flex card, I will drop this custom LWC component here. Now inside this name, I will see all the flex card name.
mhm.
You see, these are the flex cards.
Mm.
So my flex card name was flex card 1.
Schedule.
So it's on first only. This is the flex card 1 flex card. Okay. So this is I have dropped. Now to make it show, I need to mark this standalone lws checkbox.
Mhm.
Okay, there is one more thing, custom lightning web component properties here. If you open this, so this is very useful when you want to pass the data from Omniscript to FlexCard.
Mhm.
Okay, so suppose there is one particular information that user is filling in Omniscript and you want to pass that information in FlexCard, you can pass it with the help of name and source. So this we will be looking into when we'll go to data raptors.
Mhm.
But yeah, for now I'm just activating this. And also to preview FlexCard inside the Omniscript, we need to make Omniscript activate also.
Mm.
Okay, if the Omniscript is not activate, then you will
You
not see the
cannot
preview.
prevent. Yeah.
Okay, so let's activate this Omniscript.
It's nothing but HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, isn't it?
Yeah. It will like create everything. HTML, CSS, XML file. Okay, so it's done. If I preview this now, okay, so next. See you. This is how our flex card is looking.
Mm.
You see, this was the flex card that we have dropped inside our Omniscript,
Mhm. Mhm.
and this we are getting here. So this is the integration of Omniscript and FlexCard. This is how
Mm.
we can use the FlexCard inside the Omniscript,
Mm.
and also we can pass the data as well that we will
Mm.
show. I will show you. Okay, so this is about the FlexCard basics,
Mm.
and we have covered all the inputs element in Omniscript
Mhm.
except the data raptor part.
Mm.
So yeah, we will go to deep down of FlexCard in next session.
Mhm.
So any doubt on today's session in anything?
No, no, no doubt. I will try to maybe create another org and see if I have the same issues. I'll try to look for a
Yeah,
solution
please
to the board.
please try to create a new org also if
Mhm.
maybe there is some problem in org also. It could be
Mhm.
possible. Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
So I think we are good for today.